So, Minecraft Legends releases in less than a month. And to celebrate the occasion, I'm going to be doing a mini-series going over everything we know about Minecraft Legends so far, starting with the mobs. There are many different types of mobs in Minecraft Legends, from aggressive, passive, to neutral. Today we are going to be going over the neutral and passive mobs, and at the end of the video I'm actually going to be revealing something that I haven't seen any other YouTuber talk about so far, but we actually have had not just a hint, not a leak, but official confirmation to some other playable mobs that you will be able to control in Minecraft Legends. Have I got your interest? Well then, let's get on with the show. So, starting off, we're going to go over all of the vanilla Minecraft mobs that have been officially revealed for Minecraft Legends. Starting off with the zombies. Now, zombies in this game are probably the most basic troop in Minecraft Legends. They don't have any super special ability or anything like that. They are your typical basic melee mob. They go in, they punch the enemy, that's it. The only special thing that I was able to find on these mobs is that they seem to have more health than other troops, so they are a bit more tanky and can take a bit more damage. So strategy wise, you probably would send these ones in first to take the damage before you send in some other mobs to then actually deal with the piglins. Next up are the skeletons. If the zombies are your typical melee mob, then the skeletons are your typical ranged mob. They fire one arrow at a time at a slower pace and are weaker than most other mobs, which mean they die really quickly. They are pretty much your most basic ranged mob. They will go in behind all of your other melee troops. However, interestingly, I was able to find that these mobs, the skeletons, can be found in colder areas. So that is probably where you will find and unlock them, is in colder areas in the map. Probably the tundras, for example. And last but not least are the creepers. Now, creepers are a very special type of mob as they don't directly attack the piglins. No, their specialty is blowing things up. Mostly walls. They are great at blowing up the piglins' walls and defenses. That is their specialty. However, they are, like in Minecraft, a one-time use thing. Once they blow up, they're gone permanently, so you cannot use them again. So I recommend taking a few of them because they won't be with you for long. So their specialty, strategy wise, is to blow up the piglins' walls to clear an entrance for your other troops to charge into the base. And like the skeletons can be found in colder areas, the creepers can be found in warmer areas, possibly like a desert, for example. But with that rounds up all of the vanilla Minecraft mobs that have been officially revealed for Minecraft Legends. So now let's move on to the mobs that are going to be exclusive to Minecraft Legends. So you cannot find them in vanilla Minecraft, nor can you even find them in like Minecraft Dungeons, for example. Now, this next set of mobs all fall under the same class as the Golems. The Golems are a special type of mob where, unlike the vanilla mobs where you will have to rescue and find them in the overworld, these ones you will actually have to build with your two bare hands. These are mobs you can actually build with resources that you'll find across the world. Starting with the Cobblestone Golem. Now, the Cobblestone Golems are a very interesting type of mob, as their specialty is they are great at destroying structures. Now, this is actually something new I learned while doing research for this video, but not every mob will actually be able to destroy or attack the structures that you can find inside of the piglin's base. Only a select few mobs can do that, and the Cobblestone Golems are one of those mobs. These will be your primary source for destroying any and all structures you can find inside of the piglin's base. And if you couldn't tell by the name, you're probably going to need a lot of cobblestone to build them. So, next up are the Plank Golems. Now, the Plank Golems are our second type of ranged mob. However, they are not like the skeletons because they actually shoot their arrows more quickly. I know what you're thinking, but wouldn't that mean they are superior to the skeletons? Well, it all depends on what type of strategy you're using, because I believe and theorize that why skeletons shoot slower, they will shoot from more afar. However, even though plant golems are still a ranged mob, they won't be as far ranged as skeletons are, so they trade out a faster shooting speed for a little less range. So you've got to decide, more range but they shoot slower, or less range but they shoot faster. And of course they are weaker than the other golems, as most ranged mobs are, and you're gonna need planks and a wood to build them. Now, we move on to a very interesting mob, as this mob does not attack the piglins, nor does it attack their structures in any shape, way or form. It deals 0 damage to anything. But don't rule it out quite yet, because as far as everything has been revealed, the mossy golems are the only mob that can heal your allies. Yep, they may not deal damage to anything, but they can heal your allies. The way it works is they will kind of station at certain points and spin around and spray this type of healing water, where if your mobs or you yourself is standing in it, you will actually be healed. So this also falls under the class of a special type of mobs like the creepers do. So while it might not deal damage, it does heal your allies. And I have a feeling this mob is going to be critical in almost any and every strategy you use. And last but not least, for the regular golems, we have the grindstone golem. This is another melee type of mob, and it does work differently to the cobblestone golem, as its special thing is it is able to temporarily stun and knock over the piglins. Its special ability is that it will charge forward towards the piglins and actually knock them over, which I imagine means it temporarily stuns them, which means they can't attack you. I don't know how useful this mob could be. Once again, this is a type of mob like the zombies, which you would probably send in first so you can temporarily stun. I don't know how long it's going to stun them for. I imagine possibly something like 3 to 5 seconds, which that could actually provide some really good use depending on what type of piglins you're facing. Personally, not my favourite golem, the grindstone golem, but I do see its uses. But that rounds up all of the regular golems that have been officially revealed. Now you see how I said regular golems there, because there is an entirely different class of golems. Why it hasn't officially been given a name, I'm just going to call them the big golems. These are large golems, tons bigger than these small golems, and they seem to be the most powerful mobs that we have seen so far in Minecraft Legends. Only one has been officially revealed, and that one is the First of Stones. Very interesting name, more of a title, and its special ability seems to be it is an absolute beast at destroying the nether portals and probably other structures inside of the piglins' bases. And of course, I imagine they have a lot of health. Now, the First of Stones is the only one they've officially revealed. However, we have had a look at another one of these big golems, thanks to this image that they revealed on Minecraft Legends official website. Now, this is a really interesting looking mob. As the first thing that stands out is this massive green face. It actually seems to be bigger than the First of Stones, which is shocking, and it's really incredible. I have no idea what it could do. Now, its main feature, of course, seems to be its green face. Now, green is typically associated with healing, so there is a chance maybe this is like the ultimate healer, as I do believe that mossy golems probably aren't going to be the only healing mob in Minecraft Legends, and if they are, mossy golems are going to be critical, again, as I said. So I don't really know what this thing could be, but it's amazing, it's big, it's incredible. It seems to be made out of like mud bricks and terracotta almost. It's absolutely glorious. As for how you can find these big golems like the First of Stones, we do know and have seen that they will have their own spawners. However, this was in PvP mode, so it could be different for story mode. But on Minecraft Legends official website, we got another picture with some text attached to it, briefly saying that you'll be able to find these stones across the world. They do have some importance, but we'll let you find out what they are for yourselves. However, it does not take a master detective to realize that if you position the stones perfectly, it will actually create a first of stones. So it was actually kind of crazy that my theory was kind of right, that you will just randomly come across these stones. I imagine it will be a rare thing, as these big golems seem to be absolutely overpowered in whatever they do, and you'll just randomly come across them, rebuild them, and be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I just found a first of stones. This is incredible. This is game changing. The piglins have no chance. And that was all the mobs that they have officially revealed. But as I promised at the beginning of the video, it's time for me to show you something which I haven't seen anybody else mention or talk about or even notice. But at Minecraft Live 2022, they showed roughly about 8 to 9 minutes of gameplay. And we got this little snippet of information, which actually holds a lot of information, and this seems to be some sort of control menu for controlling all of the mobs of Minecraft Legends. And as you can see here, there is a lot to take in. So first of all, you have this middle row. Now he is selecting the middle icon, which you can see has an arrow, a star, and then these two other little things, and below it says all mobs. So from that, we know he selected all mobs. Then, to the far left, we have something which kind of looks like almost a villager head with these two horns or two arms. Now, that is the symbol for melee mobs. Next to it, we have two arrows crossing each other. That is the symbol for the ranged mobs. To the far right, we have this big golem thing, which looks like the first of stones, as you might have assumed. That is the symbol for the big golems, and next to that we have a star which represents the special mobs. Now, if we separate them all into columns, you can now start to see a pattern of where each column represents each mobs. We're going to start off with the far left, and here are the melee mobs. As you can see, we can see the cobblestone golem and the zombie villager, but here's the new stuff. We can see a pillager. So that is another vanilla Minecraft mob, which I am almost 100% sure we will be able to use. And then above the cobblestone golem is this thing which seems to have big eyes. Now, it would make sense if this was the grindstone golem. However, it could be something else. It is a bit blurry. Out of all of them, it's probably the hardest picture to see. So I can't make it out. If you know what it is, it could be a new type of golem. Let me know down in the comments below. Next to that, we have the ranged mobs. There's only two here. We have the plank golem above, and down below you see a locked symbol. Now, I'm pretty sure that's the skeletons. That's locked, as you don't see skeletons anywhere else on here. So those could be the only two ranged mobs for the time being we have in the game, plank golems and skeletons. Then we move on to the star. Once again, only two mobs. We have the mossy golem above the star, which of course is special because it heals, and the creeper down below, which is special because it blows up walls and doesn't really directly attack the enemies. And then, probably the most interesting, on the far right, you have the big golems. Now, one above the big golem symbol, you can see the first of stones. One below the big golems, you can see our green-faced friend, but you can also see two new ones. If you go far top of the big golems column, there seems to be this yellow golem with a white rim around it. I don't know what this could be. This is all new, but we know it's going to be in the game. And then the far bottom of the column, you seem to have this more white golem, which almost reminds me of a sniffet. But that is it. That is everything that I have noticed and seen for mob-wise of this game. Of course, there are the passive mobs. I'm just going to quickly list them off. I think you have ocelots, turtles, pigs, chickens, and a ton of other ones. I can't really remember them all. Badgers, I'm sorry. Passive mobs, they don't do much. They don't attack. They just follow you around, with the exception of the llama, which do attack mobs, but isn't really a class as an attacking mobs. And possibly the wolves attack the mobs. But with that, those were the passive mobs. Just quickly brief them. You don't really need to know about them. But that was all of the mobs that we have that are your allies in this game. Of course, you have the hostile mobs being the piglins, but that information is for a different video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. It was a blast making this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Seriously, it was really fun doing research on all of these mobs. I've already started strategizing in my head some strategies that you could do to attack the piglins. But that is it, and I'm just rambling on. So I hope you all enjoyed, and we shall see you all in the next episode. See ya!